All right, we are live. Guys, live today. I'm going to tell you, pay attention to that. Come here, look at me. I'm going to tell you two things that are a silent killers that are literally slowing down all your age. All the, not your age, your slowing down your progress. Your age. Your age is going fast like crazy. Your age is another thing that's slowing you down. But I'm going to tell you, if you optimize, if you find out how to heal those two silent killers, it's killing your life like crazy. You have no idea. I know many people who don't know how to lose their belly because they have no clue that they have those two silent killers in their bodies, in their brains. They don't know how to solve it. I'm going to tell you today exactly what to do. The first one, let me tell you the first one straight away because I wanted to start healing your body after you finish this life. I'm gonna check here your questions. Let me check here your questions on online. Let me see here how many people and everybody. Cool. Check this out. Check this out. How are you guys doing? Let me see who is here. Feel that there's something that you are missing that's making you slow down your progress. If you have that belly, that big belly, or have high levels of inflammation, or any symptom, there's something that you are missing that you don't know what is that. I'm gonna give you that clarity here now. Check this out. Check this out. Guys, by the way, I'm gonna show you in the screen, but share this to at least two more people because many people sabotage their results. They struggle in life because they don't know these two silent killers. Put here to some people. Margaret, what's up? How are you? Some Margaret said stress, big time. Okay, let's. One of the those two things is related to stress. I'm gonna tell you everything that's happening inside your body. Check this out, guys. Look at that, Thiago. What's the thing that's it's a silent killer that's slowing down my progress? My progress. I really want to know that. What is that? The first one. Write this down. Write this down. Fear. I know people who have fear of changing. How many of you here are procrastinating because you have fear of the unknown? I'm not sure if I start following this diet because I have tried a lot of diets. I have fear. You are always having fear of changing, of the unknown. But remember, guys, pay attention to that. Look at me here. We only were born, the scientists found out that we only were born with two fears. Two fears. The rest of the fears you created, and it's just an illusion in your brain. The two fears that we have naturally, we were born. I can see this when I see my baby Luke. We literally had fear when we were born of falling down or loud noises. Anything that's a big noise, we have naturally fear. Or that's why someone who is like in your back and say, "Who?" gives you, and then if you're scared, that's fear. We naturally were born with that. What's the problem, Thiago? The problem is because you are sabotaging your results, you're slowing down, your belly is getting bigger because every single time, without noticing that, you have fear of changing, of going to a professional and ask for help, of changing your nutrition plan. You have fear of what? You say like that. No, I love that food. That's the food that I used to eat. And then you have that fear of, okay, if I change, what can happen? People who live in fear of speaking to others, fear of asking for help, fear of saying no to other people and then take care of themselves. I know people who they always have fear of saying no. They always say yes to everybody. And every single time they destroy their lives, they're destroying their results because they have fear of what? Of confronting someone else, of rejection. Their parents, their partner, their kids, they always say yes because they have fear of rejection. This is slowing down your progress. You have no idea. Tiago, what's the 1% of those successful people who are super successful in all the areas in their lives, personal life, professionally, physique, strong mental health, strong emotional health. What are these people doing it? I'm going to tell you exactly what they're doing and what you can do as well and apply that today. Because fear is the silent killer destroying, slowing down your progress. You have no idea about that. Tiago, what is that? Tell me the first thing that you need to understand. There is a treatment for you to face fear, to reduce your fear to level 1. But you need to have clarity of one thing. Look at that. Look at me here. Check this out, guys. Crazy. Imagine if your immune cells inside your body had fear of killing tumor cells or seeking bad bacteria to kill them. Imagine if a lion in Africa was having fear of attacking a gazelle. The lion would die. Every single time, if you imagine a immune system like seeking a tumor cell, but having fear, say, no, that's too scary. No, I don't know what can happen. We would be screwed. We would die in 2 seconds because all the microorganisms, all the tumor cells would destroy our body. Imagine what's natural having fear. Imagine if the seed, when you plant the seed say, no, I'm too scared of growing and becoming a tree because I would have that fear of the unknown, of I would completely change my structure. You look at nature, you see that whatever is natural, they don't have fear. What is natural doesn't have fear. Write this down. What is natural doesn't create any fear. The way that you're feeling can never dictate your actions. Otherwise, you will always slow down your progress. They are a silent killers, what we call silent killers. I know one girl. She, the last time that I talked to her was like 2 years ago. I didn't want to stay around people who are constantly in fear. The person, she used to have fear of everything. She saw something in the news. Oh my God, we need to do something. Something that was happening in another country. She was concerned with her own life. Every single time that she was eating, she was concerned. Oh, I think I have a stomach pain here. I think I ate something bad. Oh, let me call my doctor. Like the person is concerned, fear everywhere, always having fear behavior that you see the behavior of her. You could say how this person can live because she's having fear of everything. Many people live like that. Fear of changing, fear of the unknown. Tiago, but fear is natural. Yes. I'm not talking about survival fear. Write this down. Survival fear is different. If you don't have survival fear, you're gonna go to the street, across the street, and then you don't have fear. A truck can hit you, and then you die fast. You can go in front of a snake and put your face in front of the snake. This is related to survival fear. I'm not talking about that. This is a natural type of fear, survival fear. Everything that's your body creates you fear for you to not to die, that's fine. That's crucial. That's important. Anybody who don't have this type of survival fear, they are not normal. The person is not normal. But what I'm talking about is the type of fears that you are creating every single day. The fear of change. How many of you look back in the last 3 years of your life and you are literally the same? Everything in your life. Tell me here, how many people they look back the last 3 years, their lives are flat. Nothing has changed. The person is not better in any area. The person in her job, her skills are the same. The person is earning the same amount of money. Her health is the same. She hasn't improved. Everything in her life is flat. It's the same. Why? This person has a fear of changing, of going to another level. The person is too comfortable. I'm too comfortable here. My life is like that. Let me keep that way. The person is having fear of progression, of expanding her mind. Guys, this is dangerous when you are in this spot. Because in life, either we are expanding or we are dying. We are literally improving, like going up or going down. There is no flat. Many of you think, I know some people who say, my business is doing that amount of money. I'm going to just keep like that. I'm going to just relax and chill and do nothing anymore. This person who have this business, the person is thinking that she's going to stay flat forever. Just by thinking like that, her business will go downhill because lack of that mentality of expansion. Why? Because the person has fear of changing, of the unknown, dangerous type of fear. You have no idea. Someone said, "I'm trying to lose, but that I'm doing hardcore cardio and weightlifting, but nothing." Let's talk about this. I'm gonna just tell you first about type of fears. Let me tell you something, guys. Imagine. Look at me here. Imagine you plant a seed. I never saw anybody planting a seed in a soil and don't want to harvest to get the return back. I never saw someone putting a seed and waiting for the fruit for the tree to grow and waiting for the fruits. Everybody who plants something, the person is supposed to is expecting something back. But imagine that's what you are doing when you are planting the seed of fear in your soil. Where is the soil, Tiago? In your brain. I know people, they plant the seed of fear every single day in their brains. What's gonna happen sooner or later? They're gonna harvest what? Regret, frustration, more fear, more stress, a lot of regrets. Many people who are planting the seed of fear in their brains, they will always harvest regret. Always, always, always. I never saw someone planting fear and getting something different. Never saw that. Guys, you really need to understand. Why is that important? Because your inflammation is increasing because of that. The type of fears that you're having is making you procrastinate, is making you make wrong choices in life. You're not aware of that. And everything is slowing down in your life. You look back the last 3 years, there's no progression in your life. What's going on? What's going on? Fear of going to the next level, fear of the unknown, fear of changing. Do you guys understand that? You really need to understand that. Tell me the solution. I'm here because I have fear of many stuff. I have fear of what others will think about me if I do something different. I have fear if I move and go transition my job to another job. I have fear of what people will think about me, that I'm failing. How many people here have fear of failure? Fear of failure is the winner. Fear of failure is the winner. Many of you are never starting the right way your nutrition plan because you have fear of failure. I did already in the past. I died in the past, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work again. I know some people. Someone called me, Thiago. I have tried 1,000 things, so I really don't have any hope. I have fear of failing again. I don't want to fail again. Guys, every single time that you have fear of failing, you are literally asking your brain to stay stuck forever. The thing that you need to do is what? I'm going to tell the solution straight away. Thiago, what's the solution here? Check this out. Check this out. Solution. You need to apply what the 1% of successful people do when they have fear. You need to apply what we call ERP. Write this down. ERP. Thiago, what is that? ERP, let me just put this image lower. ERP is called, this is in psychology. Psychology, we call ERP. Exposure, it means exposure. Guys, let me see about even like the grammar as well, because I'm going to just put exposure because I don't remember in English, as my first language is Portuguese. Exposure and response prevention. Tell what the heck is that? What does it mean? This is the way for you to fight against all the fears that you have. Fear of failing, fear of speaking public, fear of changing, fear of the unknown. You need to apply what we call in science exposure and response prevention. What is that, Tiago? You have, for example, I do this with myself. When I go to a restaurant or if I go to any place and I see a food that I don't, I might like I look at the food is super healthy. If my brain shows me that I don't like that food, I force myself to eat that. If I'm doing my workouts, I'm exercising, less rep 10. My brain's telling me, Tiago, you are tired, stop it. On purpose, I do one more, two more. I expose myself to what can be scary for me. No, I think it's too painful. Maybe I have to stop. No. On purpose, you expose yourself to the fear that you have. Or to the it's not only fear, it's anything that makes you uncomfortable. But you know it's a benefit for you. Every single time that you see someone, for example, you see someone, the person the person has the answer that you need. One day I was in a meeting, a really famous person doing the meeting, and I was close. My heart was beating like crazy because the person was really famous person. The guy was really famous. The guy was speaking, teach a bunch of stuff. I was nervous. My brain was saying to me, Tiago, stay in your place there. Don't raise your hands and ask a question and clarify the doubt that you have in your brain because this person is really famous. What people will think about you, Tiago? My brain was telling me this. Guess what I did? I applied the exposure response prevention. I literally faced my fear. I raised my hand and it's a pleasure to meet you. I just have a question because I need to learn that stuff. What do you think? And then after I asked the question, what happened with me? My fear went from level 10. My fear went from level 10. From 10, it drops to level 1. How crazy is that? What we call in psychology is exposure, ERP, exposure and response prevention. You face your fear as fast as possible. Why? Because many of you spend days, many of you spend months ruminating the thought and the fear becomes bigger. How many of you created a fear that now is so big? For example, you have a fear to go to your boss and ask for an increase of your salary. How many of you say here? How many of you have that type of fear? You don't have courage to go to your boss and say, I really need to have a conversation with you. And then you explain all the good stuff, the amazing stuff that you're doing in the job, and then you ask for a raise of your salary. You don't have the courage. You have a bunch of fear. And you are thinking of asking for raising your salary in the last 2 years. So your fear became bigger. Why? Just because the day one that you thought of talking to your boss, you postponed for 2 years. Instead of solving the problem, once you thought, you just planned what you should say, and then same day you would have a meeting with your boss asking to raise your salary. No, you didn't do that. What did you do? You are still today having that fear of having that conversation with your boss. You created a monster. The monster called fear, instead of level 10, is now in your brain, is level what? 100. Guess what's going to happen with you? Once you create the story and you raise the fear, the possibility for you to talk to your boss dropped a lot already. And everything becomes harder. So, solution for that, Thiago. Anytime that you have any type of fear, your priority is face the fear as fast as you can, as fast as possible. You look at your belly. My belly is big. I'm gonna plan to lose that belly fat tomorrow already. Let me already think what I'm gonna start doing it. You plan already today for you to start tomorrow to lose that belly. Why, Thiago? Because otherwise, one thing will happen, and that's happening with many of you. You accumulate your belly fat in the last year, the last 12 months, because you're always having that procrastination of planning what you need to do next. Why? Fear of changing. You are too comfortable with your food. You're too comfortable in your routine. And you have that fear. Tiago, I don't have fear. You don't know that you have fear. That's the worst situation. Those people, they have no self-awareness that what they are feeling, they don't know about it. They don't have that self-awareness. Did you guys get that? You guys can hear this. This is the alarm of the building. For some reason, it's putting the alarm. Let me go to questions. If you guys can hear me, I'm going to continue. If you guys can hear me, I can continue. Someone said, I do. Stand by for further instruction. I'm reading your answers here, or your questions here, guys. Look at this. Look at that. Another thing that you need to understand. Let me know if you can hear me. Tell me if you can hear me. Can anybody hear me? Okay, someone, yeah, Margaret said, we can hear you just fine. Yeah, let's continue. Let's move on. I don't have fear of alarm because I know that's a test. I already know that's a test. They said that. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Thiago, what should I do? Fear, I already told you about the fear. Stand by for further instructions. What's the number two? What's the number two? It's called what? Pain. Pain. You have pain. Warning. The fire alarm system is operated. Stand by. I know people, they accumulate pain. People accumulate pain. How crazy is that? Thiago, if I'm ruminating my thoughts, am I accumulating pain? Yes. Every time that you have a stressful situation. I know someone, she's constantly stressed out and she's talking to everybody about her problems. And instead of she focusing on solving the problem, she focuses on telling everybody about her problems. How many of you know people like that? You go to the person, you meet the person start talking about her problems. And instead of talking about the solution, she keeps just repeating the same problem or different problems. What this person is doing? She's increasing what? She is increasing her pain. Increasing her pain. Guys, write this down. Write this down. Pain, the first thing that you need to understand. Pain, you need to utilize the pain and get rid of the pain quick. Yeah, what do you mean by that? Look at this. Every single time that you have pain in your life, Thiago, tell me one example. You had an argument with your partner. It was painful, emotionally painful. It was emotionally painful. What does it mean? You need to restructure. You need to think, okay, where did this argument start? How did this argument start? You start analyzing the situation. You get out of you keep analyzing. Why did this happen? Why is this is important? Because now you are trying to get rid of this pain. Quick, fast. The faster you leave that pain, the stronger you become. Write this down. The faster I leave the pain, the stronger I become. Thiago, why is that? Write this down. Pain is the weakness leaving the body. I'm going to write this down for you. Look at that. Guys, this is powerful. Look at this. Look at this. Pain. Warning. The fire alarm system is operated. Stand by for further instruction. Is the weakness warning. The fire alarm system is operated. Stand by your body. Instruction. How crazy is that? It's leaving your body, guys, every single time. But the problem is because many of you are holding that pain. You're holding that pain. Can you understand that? How bad is many of you create an inflammation because you are holding your pain. Emotional pain, you keep ruminating that painful situation that happened yesterday with your partner, with your boss. You accumulate it. But write this down. Pain is the weakness living in your body. So if you know how to utilize that pain, say, okay, I'm going to avoid repeating this mistake that I made. I'm going to avoid repeating this situation again by doing this. I'm going to learn how to deal better with my emotions. Because next time that I have an argument, I will know how to deal with that. What are you doing? The pain is leaving and you are becoming stronger. But if you don't get rid of the pain, you never become stronger. You're going to literally intoxicate your body. Intoxication. Guess the first thing that happens in your body when this happens, inflammation increases. And you increase inflammation. Did you guys get that? You literally increase inflammation if you do this. Write this down. Every single time that you understand that you are having fear of something, or that you're having pain of something, and you're not getting rid of it quick, you need to be aware that I'm accumulating inflammation. I don't want this in my life. Let me get rid of this quick. Tiago, what do I do first? For fear, exposure, and response prevention. I showed you. And what about pain? There are different types of pain. For example, pain of regret. How many of you here have the pain of regret? Something last year you promised yourself that you would do it. You didn't do until today. You didn't do it. You're still procrastinating. Pain of regret hurts. Someone said, I need to learn to better deal with my emotions. Guys, when you accumulate a bad emotions, you're increasing your pain. And if you don't focus on solving this as fast as you can, you are going to regret of a disease that will show up inside of you. Why, Thiago? Because any emotion, bad emotion that you accumulate, that you don't get rid of it quickly, in less than 1 day, any emotional state that's bad, you increase your inflammation and you create a disease. Sooner or later, that's why many people, someone pass away. I know someone, for example, a lady, her husband passed away with a cancer. 2 years later, after he passed away, she also had a cancer. Because she was really down. She didn't have any family. She didn't know how to deal with that situation, really tough situation of a death of her love that she spent 30 years together with him. But she literally could not handle that. And after 2 years, she also had cancer. When we accumulate bad emotions, we have a disease sooner or later. Your priority is get rid of that pain as fast as you can, as fast as possible. All right? Yeah, I said, I was talking about that. The alarm is just a false alarm. Don't worry. We are okay here. It's in the building. I think twice a month they do the test. They keep doing this. Don't worry. It's okay. Like, guys, look at that. Write this down. My priority number 1 is to make my 2 silent killers reduce as fast as possible. But remember, let me tell you a secret here. You can utilize your pain for you to speed up your results. Thiago, how? Remember, tell me here what is painful. Let's categorize what is painful. What you're doing. What are the things that are painful, that you consider painful? Let me see here. Look at that. What is painful? The first thing that's painful that you can consider is what? It's painful, guys. It's painful. Like, it doesn't matter what anybody says. It's painful. What is painful, Thiago? Painful. I'm gonna just put here painful. What is painful? Workout. Who here feels that working out is painful? You feel you're sweating, You're having pain in your muscles. You're feeling tired. Workout. What else that's painful? What else?
Warning. The fire alarm
Adjusting
system
your
is
routine
operated. Stand by for
for
further
you to
instructions.
adjust your meals. Changing meals. Changing meals is painful as well. If it was not painful, you could do this fast.
The fire
You would
alarm
never
system
struggle.
is operated. Stand
It's
by for further
uncomfortable.
instructions.
You need to change your routine. You need to learn about food. You need to learn what's a step by step. Painful. It you need to utilize brain's energy for you to learn.
The fire
Changing
alarm system
meals.
is operated. Stand by
It's
for
painful.
further instructions.
What else? What else? Tell me here. What else? Guilt. That's a good one.
Warning. The fire alarm system is operated. Stand by for further
Guilt
instructions.
is painful. You feel guilt of something, it's painful. You are hurting yourself internally. Right? Always feeling guilty of something that you made.
The fire alarm system is operated.
It's painful.
Stand by for further
Here.
instructions.
In here. But let me tell you a secret. You can utilize your pain. Write this down. Nowadays, you know that. Check this out. Crazy. How crazy is that? Nowadays, you know that there is one part of your brain called mid-cingulate cortex. Anterior. Finally. The alarm is gone. Great. Look at that. Write this down. There is one part in your brain that's called anterior. Anterior. Write this down, guys. This is important to understand. Inside your brain, you have the anterior. That's how you utilize your pain for you to progress, for you to succeed faster. Mid cingulate. Write this down. You need to understand this. What's happening inside of your brain. Anterior mid cingulate cortex. Check this out. This area inside your brain is responsible for you to decide, okay, that's uncomfortable. Am I going to do that or not? Let me tell you a secret. What the scientists found out. Every single time that you see something that's challenging for you, that's uncomfortable, outside of your comfort zone, but you are aware that thing that's uncomfortable is a benefit for you. You can improve your life. You can improve your physique. That thing can make you a better person. But nowadays we know that the scientists found out if you look at something that's uncomfortable, painful, super out of your comfort zone, but you know that's benefit to you, and you don't do it, or you postpone that thing, the anterior mid-cingulate cortex reduces. The size of that area becomes smaller. Guess what happens when you do the opposite? The scientists found out. I almost cried when I found out this, when I was reading that paper. Everybody who look at something that they know that it's a big benefit for them, they know that they're going to improve a lot, but that thing is super uncomfortable. They're going to literally feel uncomfortable when they do that. If they do that, and if they keep doing this every single day, the anterior mid-cingulate cortex increases in size. So they become a better person, a better version. Why? Because they optimize their brain. Their brain is increasing in size and capacity. Focus increase, self-confidence. Nowadays, we know that this area, when it's bigger, people have more self-confidence and higher self-esteem. Self-esteem goes to the roof. Thiago, how can I start applying this? I'm going to give an example. Let's say you wake up now, boom. Automatically you think, Thiago already said that when I have cold shower, I activate my brown fat cells. This will activate my metabolism. This is great for my mitochondria. It's really, really healthy. My body can improve a lot if I take cold shower. If you think like that, a big benefit. And then your brain says, no, Maria. No. Cold shower. Please, Maria. Forget that. Forget that. Are you crazy? And then you accept what this little voice did. You will keep struggling in life. And the person who listened to this and rejected this little voice and went and took a cold shower, this person is increasing the anterior mid-cingulate cortex. Guess what's happening with this person? She's compounding all the great behaviors that will put her from here to here. Instead of staying this level in life, she will be in this level in life. Because of what? Until mid-cingulate cortex is increasing, her confidence increases. Her self-esteem goes to the roof. That's what we already know in science. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? It's amazing when you find out how your brain works, what you need to do. It's crazy. Someone said, staying overweight. That's a good one. That's another thing that's really painful. Staying overweight, it's a big pain that many people are having today. Guys, kids, even kids, 5 years old, 10 years old, having this pain of being overweight. Crazy what we are living, what's happening in the world. Being overweight is painful. It's literally painful. You start having pain even in your joints, right? Overweight. That's a big pain for many people. Big pain. So tell, how can I face that painful situation of being overweight? What's the first thing? Your priority is to increase the anterior mid-cingulate cortex in your brain. Increase the size. Thiago, how? I just told you. Every single time you think of exercising, your brain shows you you don't have time. And then you give the answer back to your brain. Brain, you have 10 minutes. Your brain will say, you don't have energy. And then you give back the answer to your brain. I boost my energy when I exercise. And then your brain will say, boom, you don't know how to work out for 10 minutes. You give it back. Boom, I'm going to hire someone that will teach me exactly what I need to do. You're constantly answering back that little voice. That's a winning behavior. Write this down. Write this down. Reply back as fast as possible to my little voice. Reply back as fast as possible to my little voice. Every time that your little voice gives you an excuse, boom, give it back. You see a food. You look at a salad, a specific, let's say broccoli. Your brain shows you don't like broccoli. You say, eat back, but it's good for me. I need that. And then you eat it. That's how you play the game of your brain. If you don't know how to play the game, you lose the game. If you don't know how to play the game, you will always stay in level 1. You will never go to level 2 in life because you don't know how to play the game with that little voice that you always have inside your brain. Many people are in level 0 because they even don't know they have this little voice. They have the little voice, they accept what the little voice is saying to them. No, stay there so for now for 2 hours. Yeah, I'm going to stay. Keep scrolling for 1 hour TikTok. And then I'm going to do this. The person accept everything that the little voice say. Yell with your partner without any reason. And then you start yelling with your partner. Accepting what the little voice is saying. What are you doing with your life? You will never lose that belly fat. Tell why? Why? What's the relation between my belly and this behavior that I'm doing? Write this down. Belly fat is only a consequence. It's never the cause. Many of you are having just the result of something that's happening. Your belly fat is big just because of a consequence of your emotional eating, of your lack of self-awareness. You don't know your behavior. You just wake up and then you live on autopilot. You don't know what you're doing. I know someone in my family. The person literally wake up, go to his work, spend the whole day working, go back, enjoy Netflix watching, go back and sleep again and repeat the same stuff. And then hates Monday and loves Friday. Who here, guys, that's a big sign, big red flag. A big red flag that your pain will increase, your pain in life increasing when you have the behavior here of who loves Friday and who hates Monday. Tell me here, any of you here loves Friday and hates Monday? These are big red flags. Tell me here, anybody. Sania said that was me some months back. No more in that state. I love that, Sania. No more in that state. I love that. Someone, this insight is gold, guys. This is the secret of you unlocking and discovering a lot of things that's happening and that can happen in your life. Magical things can happen in your life when you really understand this deep. But every time that you repeat the same mistake that one person in my family is making, until today, the person wakes up, the person literally seek for Friday to come quick because the person loves Saturday and Sunday. Why? Because the person hates his job, hates the whole week. But the person loves weekend. Why? Because the person will watch soccer games, will drink beer. Guess what's happening in this person's life? This person has a big belly. The person is sick. The person doesn't have self-control, emotional self-control. The person always lose against a chips. This person that I'm saying, the person always look at chips, he loses. He doesn't have self-control. The person sees a beer or alcohol, wine in front of him, he loses. He loses it against that. He goes and accept what the little voice say. Why? Living on autopilot. Write this down. Today is the last day that I'm going to live on autopilot. I'm going to create my day. Every day, I'm going to create my day. Never live on autopilot. Every day, I'm going to analyze my day. That's the step number one for you to what? To deal better with your fears, to deal better with your pain. Otherwise, you will always become vulnerable to the fear that you have, fear of changing, fear of the unknown, fear of talking to your boss, fear of talking to your friend about that really hard subject that you don't have the courage. Some people here, some of you need to have a serious conversation with someone in your family or one of your friends, and you are not having the courage to speak to this person. Fear. And the fear is becoming bigger. You are increasing the monster because you're postponing. Tiago, what's the solution? Face that as quick as possible. Arrange that conversation tomorrow. Boom. Guess what's going to happen with your fear? Instead of staying level 100, it will drop to a level 50. You drop the fear straight away. Straight away, you reduce the fear. This is how our brain works, guys. This is how our brain works. You really need to understand that. Did you guys get that? Now I don't have. Let me see if. Let me check it out. One thing here. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah. I cannot see your answers anymore because my phone, this phone here, died. Okay, just for you guys to know, to be aware of that. But let's see. Let's see. I can check it out in the back. Guys, that's the main thing that I want to tell you for today. You really need to understand this because if you really face your fear and your pains, you deal with life. It's easier you lose weight. It's easier you balance your hormones. It's easier you live. You feel well. You feel really well. Look at this. Right now, you have, let me put this here. You have a treasure inside of you. Many people have no self-awareness about that. You have a treasure and you have keys. Keys. The solution of your issues are inside that. But so far you are not opening that because you have the fear of not knowing what's the best key. The solution is always you keep trying. This first key doesn't work, go to the second. Sooner or later, you will open and you're going to see the treasure. You're going to see gold inside in your life. Your priority to face your fears and face your pain is keep going, face the fear directly. Don't run away. Don't run away. Face it. Keep trying until you find the key. Otherwise, you will never see the treasure inside. You will never see the gold inside. Tiago, why am I not picking the keys? Because of what? Because one of these keys here, that can be your parents. So you need to have a serious conversation with your parents for you to be able to unlock the treasure. Another key here is your boss. You need to have a serious conversation with your boss. Another key here is your partner, that's instead of helping you, your partner is actually making your life much harder. You need to have a serious conversation with your partner. You need to pick the key and you need to try to unlock, because some of these keys here, you're just scared, you just have fear of picking the key and try to unlock the treasure. Each key here, it's a specific thing or person that you need to face it. You need to go and pick the key. Who is understand that? Do you guys understand that? Guys, the secret of life is to unlock the treasure. There are a lot of gold. There are amazing things that can happen in your life if you unlock that, if you unlock the locker, if you find out the key. Many of you, the key here, it's not outside of you. Many of you, the key is already inside of you. You actually need to have your me time every single day. Look at yourself inside. Analyze how you're thinking every single day, every single day. That's the key for you to unlock what's inside, for you to find the gold in your life. Many of you need that internally. It's not the problem is not your partner, the problem is not your boss. The problem is how you are thinking about yourself. How many people have fear of others because they think they have a low self-esteem, they think that they're small. Some people, how crazy is that? Some people, they feel that the person is this size. Some of you think that you are small like that. And when you look at another person, you look at the person that size. You look at the person that size. You are scared. You feel inferior. How many people live in fear and have internal pain, emotional pain, because they look to others as an inferior people? They don't trust in their capacity. I said how to increase your capacity in another live. Go back and watch the live that I made about that, how to increase your capacity. It's crazy. It's powerful when you understand that. But many of you look at others, look at everything around you, and you feel inferior. That's a big red flag. Your priority number one is to go to the keys, find the key that you need to get for you to unlock what's inside of you. There are many things. You are seeking things outside, but the answer is always inside. The answer is inside. The answer is, write this down. The answer is inside of me. I just need to find what's the key. What's the ideal key that I need to use it, that I need to pick it to unlock and find my real result, my result. But remember, we are going to talk about many stuff in the Zoom, the 3-day holistic anti-inflammatory reset. Next week, who here already registered? Let me see who already registered. Let me see here. I'm going to just open my Instagram on my computer for me to see your answers. Who here already registered for the 3-day anti-inflammatory reset? Let me see here. Use my glasses. Tell me here, guys. And who else? I already saw many people. Someone asked, Sue asked, can we register if we are in your program already? Yes, sure. Yeah. Guys, these 3 days anti-inflammatory reset is for everyone. On Zoom, it is free for 3 days. Day one, I'm going to talk about the markers of inflammation, how you can find out based on your inflammation level, how you can find out if the markers it's a red flag and you need to reduce it. And I'm going to tell you the step number one for you to do this. We are going to focus on the markers. Because if you don't know if you're inflamed or not, how are you going to solve the inflammation? Day one is to find out, is to talk about the markers of inflammation. Day two, I'm going to tell you everything that affects your inflammation, that can increase or can reduce. We're going to talk about your gut health to reduce your inflammation. We're going to talk about your hormones to help reduce your inflammation. That's it. For day three, I'm going to tell you the best strategy, the best protocol to reduce your inflammation. Remember, Thiago, the replay will be available to everybody. No, replay will be available only for my clients. So if you are not my client, if you're just a buyer, you want to register if you want to upgrade. Because if you lose, you're going to lose it forever. There's no replay. Only my clients will have access to the. All right? Is it clear? You guys get that? Someone said, I cannot wait. Yeah, me too. I cannot wait. Many things are going to go on next week, talking about 3 days. Guys, who here understood that, what I said? You guys understand that? Tell me the insight that happened. I'm going to start asking this. If you really capture that, it doesn't matter. If I teach you something, then you are feeling off. Tell me what you understood. Tell me a highlight, an insight. Tell me an insight that you had. I remember Margaret said, Margaret, and so anybody here who had an insight in life today, tell me here what you got. I want to see that. Let's see. I'm checking your answers on my Instagram, on my desktop. Because if you don't get any insight from these, the silent pillars of pain and fear, it's gonna become harder to reduce your inflammation. Your belly will start getting bigger, not smaller, because you're getting older. So you really need to know and have insight about that. You really need to know about what I said, because this is step number one to start balancing hormones. That slow, like 1%, now it's 2%, now it's 5% better, now it's 10% better, now it's 20% better. Now you're feeling more energetic. Now you are looking your belly smaller. Now you open the wardrobe, some clothes are fitting. Ah, feel that you're improving. The best thing in life is to notice that right. How many of you feel that the amazing feeling of I'm improving? Any feeling of improvement is amazing. We all need that. Oh, he will feel that. Someone said, so let's go to the insights. Insights. What we got? Chef said, fear of changing my food habits. My food habits. Okay, that was the insight that you had. Now you know what to face it, right? Your changing habits. We need to deal with pain quickly. Great insight. What I told you guys. That's a great one. She said, KS Chubai said, the insight that she had was, we need to deal with pain quickly. Exactly. Pain is designed for you to have it, for you to get rid of it quickly. If you accumulate, if you let the pain stay in your body, increase your inflammation, you have a bunch of problems and it becomes harder for you to deal with your get rid of it. And I showed you how to do that. Sania said, the insight that Sania said, defeat your pain and fear by answering back to the little voice in your head. There's a amazing, exactly. Guys, reply back in less than 3 seconds. Little voice. I showed you how to do that. This is a powerful technique. Margaret said, reply. Yeah, something that Margaret got. Reply as fast as possible to my little voice. Just give 3 to 5 seconds to your little voice. Your little voice say, you don't have time to work out today. You say back, I have 10. Your little voice say, you're feeling tired. You're gonna say, I'm gonna eat something that I do to bring my energy back. Boom. Your your little voice say, you're too stressed out to go and walk. You're gonna give it back. Boom. When I walk, I feel more energetic. And I reduce my stress. Quick, quick to your brain. Otherwise your brain will. Okay? Cool? Guys, that's it. Amazing that you guys are paying attention to what I'm saying. Amazing. Next week, we're gonna do another live on Monday. We're gonna just do the warm up for the 3 day anti-inflammatory. The warm up of the 3 day anti-inflammatory that we'll do next week as well. We're gonna do 2 or 3 lives before the 3 day. If you are here, you didn't register yet, go to my bio right now. Register your spot. Because if you lose it, there's no replay will be only for clients. All right. And the final thing, if you really need a plan that talks about performance, that talks about holistic approach, to really improve your best physique in the next month, reach out to me now. Once I see the message, you can make a call for you to talk to my team. see how we can help you create a customized plan for you, a holistic approach for you to reduce inflammation. You really need that one-on-one coach at the end of the call. About your specific. Cool? All good? Have a great weekend. Get ready because next week I'm going to blow your mind with the 3-day 24-hour reset. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great See you soon, guys.